You reap what you sow. Then you reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow.
Because you shall reap what you sow.
As every cloud has a silver lining.
I know. But every cloud has a silver lining.
See, every cloud has a supple leather lining.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Fair play?
All right, fair play.
Fair play?
Love handles are still in play.
Maybe just your love handles. See if my love handles.
Fine. I choose my love handles.
They're love handles, Dad. We're just giving them love.
All fat cells proceed directly to the love handle.
Don't you worry about cholesterol, lung cancer, love handles?
I have love handles.
I don't have love handles.
My love handles tucked in my pants.
They're love handles, Dad. We're just giving them love.
Fine. I choose my love handles.
Maybe just your love handles.
The ends justify the means.
In some cases, the ends justify the means.
The ends don't justify the means.
The end justifies the means.
It's not necessarily true, but the ends justify the means.
You really think her ends justify her means?
The end justifies the means.
I am no stool pigeon, Mr. Devlin.
You ungrateful stool pigeon.
You dirty something little stool pigeon!
Stool pigeon.
Why, you dirty little stool pigeon! You double-crossing little mutt!
I'd like to know what dirty stool pigeon squealed on me.
I was a stool pigeon for the Justice Department.
You accuse me of being a stool pigeon.
I am no stool pigeon, Mr. Devlin.
You accuse me of being a stool pigeon.
Jesus, Don, crack a book once in a while.
Please crack a book sometime.
Here she won't crack a book.
You could crack open a book and study like everyone else.
Let's say we crack open a book, huh?
Hey, crack open that book. Hey, crack open that book.
You could crack open a book and study like everyone else.
Let's say we crack open a book, huh?
Jesus, Don, crack a book once in a while.
Here she won't crack a book.
Please crack a book sometime.
Sack of potatoes, sister.
You just hit the ground like a sack of it.
You went down like a sack of potatoes.
Just follow me like a sack of potatoes.
It was like a sack of potatoes.
Something like a sack of potatoes?
Ready, out of breath sack of potatoes.
He went down like a sack of potatoes, huh?
A tempest in a teacup. What you do about nothing?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's much ado about nothing, you know.
Reason was much ado about nothing.
It's much ado about nothing.
This is a tempest in a teacup. What you do about nothing?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's much ado about nothing, you know.
Reason was much ado about nothing.
It's much ado about nothing.
Can we take 5?
Take 5.
Take 5?
Take 5.
Let's take 5.
Take 5, everybody.
Take 5. Take 5.
Take 5.
Can we take 5?
Take 5.
Let's take 5.
Take 5, everybody.
Take 5?
Not to sugarcoat it.
Don't sugarcoat it, Taj.
I won't sugarcoat it, gentlemen.
I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here.
Don't sugarcoat it like that, kid. Tell her straight.
I won't sugarcoat it, gentlemen.
I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here.
Not to sugarcoat it.
Don't sugarcoat it, Taj.
Don't sugarcoat it like that, kid. Tell her straight.
Got a jet.
Got a jet. Jet, jet, jet.
Ed, we got a jet.
Hey, so, I got a jet.
It's my 6 o'clock. I got a jet.
Ed, we got a jet.
Hey, so, I got a jet.
Got a jet.
It's my 6 o'clock. I got a jet.
Jet, jet, jet.
Got a jet.
Call it a day.
Call it a day.
Hey, call it a day.
Dozer man. Want to call it a day?
Then call it a day.
I'm gonna call it a day.
Today, we'll call it a sick day.
And call it a day.
Let's not. Let's call it a day.
Oh, my first gray hair.
You had black hair and then gray hair.
You have gray hair in your head.
There's an age today. There's not a gray hair in a head.
Silver gray hair and...
Gods, no wonder you have gray hair.
Why would she have a gray hair?
What?
Just a fish. She's got gray hair.
Long face today.
And I gotta have the long
Why the long face?
My, what a long face.
Why the long face?
Why the long face?
Tina, why the long face?
That long face. Horses have long faces.
Love? 3 days in a loony bin?
You forgot the whole loony bin part.
I was in the loony bin.
Welcome to the friggin' loony bin.
Chuck me in the loony bin.
Yeah, from the loony bin! Ball and went into the loony bin.
That was a game changer.
She's a game changer. Just like her mother.
Woo! Game changer. I'm a game changer, Josh.
It's a game changer.
Reddington's a game changer.
Goes off his rocker.
Somebody tell me the commander's off his rocker.
It's like off his rocker.
Because he's off his rocker. That's why.
Little Arab is off his rocker.
Listen, maybe the kahuna's gone off his rock.
It's completely off his rocker.
Oh, sure. The old man's off his rocker.
Saved by the Bell.
Oh, Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by Bill.
Saved by the Bell.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
It was just necessity being the mother of invention.
It is often said that necessity is the mother of invention.
They say necessity is the mother of invention.
Necessity truly is the mother of invention.
Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? No.
You know the expression, Rome wasn't built in a day?
We all know that Rome wasn't built in a day.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Come on, fellas. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, it took several hundred years.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush?
My opinion, bird in the hand's worth two in the bush.
A bird in the hand is worth two in...
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush?
My opinion, bird in the hand's worth two in the bush.
Every rose has its thorn.
Every rose has its thorn. Every rose has its thorn.
I won't beat about the bush, Miss Baxter.
Beat about the bush, my friend. I'm not going to stand.
Basically, it's not wishing to beat about the bush.
Neil! Neil! Let's not beat about the bush.
I won't beat around the bush.
Don't beat around the bush, Leonard.
Not beat around the bush, my.
Why beat around the bush?
Look, let's not beat around the bush.
Of my eye.
Apple of his mother's eye.
Or was the apple of his eye?
Who's the caramel apple of Mommy's eye?
You're the apple of my eye.
Oh, apple of my eye. The love of my life.
He's the apple of the corner of my eye.
I am in a pickle.
Why? I'm in a pickle.
I'm sure in a pickle.
Steve!
I was in a pickle.
I'm really in a pickle now.
All right, look, we're in a pickle again.
That's pickle.
This is a pickle, George. This is...
Your guess is as good as mine.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
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 Pass the buck, man.
And then I pass the buck to you.
Here we go with this. Everybody pass the buck. You know what?
You can't just pass the crazy buck to Greendale.
Like entrepreneurs, pass the buck on desegregation of the court.
Show me something more than just a pass of the buck. Here we go with this. Everybody pass the buck. You know what?
Don't pass the buck, man.
And then I pass the buck to you.
In the prime of life.
Taken in the prime of its life.
Struck down in the prime of my life.
Though still in the prime of her life.
Prime of my life here.
Prime of your life, or you just gonna
Taken from us in the prime of life.
But we're still in the prime of life.
You can't touch me, baby. I'm in the prime of my life.
The prime of my life. You're a baby. In fact,
I've devoted the prime of my life to string theory.
I'm 42. I'm in the prime of my life.
Come on, I'm in the prime of my life, baby. Shut up! Dude, you're peaking, man. You're at the prime of your life. That's actually...
Win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some.
Oh, you win some, you lose some.
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
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 Win some, lose some.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some, right?
Got it. You win some, you lose some.
Been sitting on the fence for far too long.
Well, she's certainly not sitting on the fence. She's painting it. On the fence!
3 more on the fence.
I'm on the fence here.
So he's still on the fence?
Moving her nomination to being on the fence.
You do me a solid, don't you?
Hey, will you do me a solid?
Well, it's been fun. Hey, do me a solid.
Just do me a solid.
Will you please just do me a solid?
Would you please do me a solid?
Morty, do me a solid. Problematic wordplay aside.
So if you could do me a solid and...
Just do me the solid, okay?
Do me this one last solid.
You did me a solid.
Be on the lookout for Tony Bennett's heart.
Chad's on the lookout.
On the lookout, okay?
Be on the lookout for any envelopes.
Be on the lookout for extra anchovies.
Just be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout, Deandra.
Copy that.
Yeah, I'll be on the lookout.
I'll be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout for rebels.
Nah, you're on the lookout.
Be on the lookout for a Tucker play. Don't worry about it. To err is human.
But to err is human.
To err is human. So,
To err is human. To forgive, divine.
Err is human, that's what I like to say.
But I say, to err is human, to forgive divine. Friendly reminders that to err is human.
Well, to err is human.
to err is human.
Dibs on captain. Dibs on drive.
Dibs, check.
First dibs.
Dibs, do something.
Dibs on that times infinity.
Dibs on bringing down.
Hey, you can't just call dibs.
Dibs.
All right, then. Dibs.
Damn it.
Dibs works. I'm calling dibs.
Dibs on snacks.
Dibs on Hewlett.
That dibs on Elliot.
Dibs on leftovers.
Dibs on turd.
Dibs were on those muffins. Your dibs were void.
Dibs is a dibs is a dibs.
Dibs.
No.
Cool, dibs. Dibs infinity.
Break a leg.
Oh, break a leg.
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 Break a leg, kid.
Break a leg, fellas.
Break a leg.
Yeah, break a leg.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Yeah, break a leg.
Break a leg.
Oh, break a leg.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Break a leg, kid.
Break a leg, fellas.
Justice is served.
Finally, justice is served.
Justice was served.
To ensure that justice is served.
Justice will be served.
Justice will be served.
Let justice be served.
Case closed. Justice served.
And see justice served.
Justice has been served.
Justice had been served.
Will not rest till justice is served.
It's a little long in the tooth.
Sure, he's a bit long in the tooth.
Seem a little long in the tooth. Nonsense.
But when I wasn't so long in the tooth.
You're getting a little long in the tooth yourself, partner.
When you say long in the tooth, that would seem to be a veiled reference.
We're a little long in the tooth to be attending high school.
Speak.
It's a little long in the tooth.
Sure, he's a bit long in the tooth.
Seem a little long in the tooth. Nonsense.
But when I wasn't so long in the tooth.
You're getting a little long in the tooth yourself, partner.
When you say long in the tooth, that would seem to be a veiled reference.
But I haven't seen him in a coon's age.
I'd seen you in a coon's age. Why you been keeping yourself?
It's an old address book I found on a coat I haven't worn in a coon's age.
Go, but I haven't seen him in a coon's age. Go, but I haven't seen him in a coon's age. Go, but I haven't seen him in a coon's age.
I'd seen you in a coon's age. Why you been keeping yourself?
Relax. Have a cup of Joe.
Coffee. Cup of Joe.
Morning. I need a cup of Joe.
Good. Yeah. So you get it. Cup of Joel, cup of Joe, cup of Joe.
Hi.
Hi. Cup of deep black Joe.
And anytime, cup of Joe on me. Cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe, please.
Cup of Joe coming up.
Come on, sit down. Have a cup of Joe. No,
Fam just donated another MRI thingy.
What up, fam?
We all fam.
Family. Am I too late? No room, fam. Straighten your arms, fam.
Okay.
Morning, fam.
The fam?
Hey, fam, dig this. I was showing you love.
What's up, fam?
What up, fam?
We all fam.
The fam?
Okay.
Morning, fam.
So you're in the doghouse with me.
Jeez Louise, am I in the doghouse?
He's putting me in the doghouse tonight.
Oh, God.
Doghouse, huh?
Joseph says Bobby's in the doghouse.
I see I'm in the doghouse.
Oh, the doghouse.
You're in the doghouse, huh?
So you're in the doghouse with me.
Jeez Louise, am I in the doghouse?
He's putting me in the doghouse tonight.
Oh, God.
In the doghouse, huh?
Joseph says Bobby's in the doghouse.
I see I'm in the doghouse.
Both in the doghouse.
You're in the doghouse, huh?
Because I owe you a knuckle sandwich.
Stuffy, Tassie, somebody! You want a knuckle sandwich?
How would you like a pig knuckle sandwich?
Creep, you want a knuckle sandwich?
A knuckle sandwich.
Or getting a knuckle sandwich.
How'd you like a knuckle sandwich?
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeeze.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps are getting goosebumps.
Wow. Goosebumps. Amazing.
I've got goosebumps.
Got goosebumps.
I've got goosebumps.
I got goosebumps.
Okay, literal goosebumps. Look.
I have goosebumps. Feel.
It's like goosebumps.
I still have goosebumps.
No pain, no gain.
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 No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. What pain?
No pain, no gain?
No gain, James.
My batwing broth.
Batwing disorder!
And halitosis.
Okay, now the third one, I call it the bat wing. Okay, now the third one, I call it the bat wing.
Batwing disorder!
And halitosis.
My batwing broth.
Got 1 foot in the grave already.
You were no bigger than a bollard with 1 foot in the grave.
Where I got 1 foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel.
1 foot in the grave, but they still love the grave.
It's got 1 foot in the grave already. It's got 1 foot in the grave already.
Why gild their lily? Let's not gild the lily, dear. And Mary, try to look surprised.
We're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
And I'm sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
But my tail was stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Dan, I'm between a rock and a hard place.
Well, my wife has me between a rock and a hard place.
A rock and a hard place, now.
I'm the sole breadwinner now.
I am the sole breadwinner in my house.
We're the breadwinner.
The breadwinner makes the rules.
Make hay while the sun is still shining.
So until Prohibition ends, make hay while the sun shines.
You did say make hay while the sun is shining.
Until Prohibition ends, make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, still waters run deep.
Still waters run deep.
Still waters run deep there, William.
Still waters run deep.
Please believe.
You know, they say that still waters run deep, and I want to swim in yours.
From the cradle to the grave.
From cradle to grave. Birth, love.
Night, pork chops. From cradle to grave, etched in stone in God's library somewhere.
Okay.
Lost my train of thought.
I lost my train of thought.
I've lost my train of thought.
I lost my train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
Lost my train of thought here.
Messes up your train of thought.
The world zigs. We're gonna zag.
You think I'm gonna zig? I zag.
You always zig when I think you're about to zag. Good hands.
Bobby, you're in good hands.
They are in good hands.
You are in such good hands with...
Everything is fine. She's in good hands. Hey, what are you, Allstate, pal?
It's in good hands.
You're in good hands.
Alvin's in good hands.
You're in good hands.
We're in good hands.
People came from far and wide.
Come from far and wide to
From far and wide, oh Canada.
Men from far and wide are gonna come looking for me to make a name for themselves.
Tracked enemies far and wide.
You'll be known far and wide.
That is known far and wide.
2 wrongs don't make a right.
They say 2 wrongs don't make a...
You did it to both of us last night.
Well, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
2 wrongs don't make a right?
2 wrongs do not make a right. 2 wrongs don't make a right, Bart. Is it?
2 wrongs can never make a right.
Nice bedside manner.
Good bedside manner.
Your bedside manner blows.
bedside manner.
Talk about your bedside manner.
You're judged on bedside manner.
Senor, have no bedside manner.
What a bedside manner. Very encouraging.
Nursing skills and nurturing bedside manner.
You've got a good bedside manners.
Old habits die hard.
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 Gold digger? No, I think you gold digger.
Yeah, Jessica's a gold digger, but I'm a gold digger digger.
Gold digger.
Gold digger.
No one thinks you're a gold digger.
You? Gold digger. Gold digger?
You'd think so.
Nicole wasn't a gold digger.
I'm not looking at her, but Pam's a gold digger.
You are literally a gold digger.
Oh, she's a gold digger. Just imagine what happens when you kick the bucket.
Kick the bucket.
By the farm.
Well, don't kick the bucket yet. I need you.
I say fuck it before we kick the bucket. Life's too short to kick the bucket.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought, Zachary Lamb.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Doesn't ring a bell.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Sorry.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell. Capra.
It doesn't ring a bell. Oh, there must.
Nope. Doesn't ring a bell.
Huh. Doesn't ring a bell.
Name doesn't ring a bell.
Top it all off. And top it all off.
And to top it all off.
And then, to top it all off.
Totally. And to top it all off.
Top it all off with marshmallows and...
To top it all off, Diane had started divorce proceedings.
And to top it all off, it's a school night.
We spend the time working on Mary Elizabeth's fanzine about music and the Rocky Horror Picture Show. We spend the time working on Mary Elizabeth's fanzine about music and the Rocky Horror Picture Show. We spend the time working on Mary Elizabeth's fanzine about music and the Rocky...
What's your pleasure?
What's your pleasure?
What's your pleasure?
What's your pleasure? What's your pleasure?
Tell me. What's your pleasure?
Pleasure?
So what's your pleasure?
So what's your pleasure? Yes.
So what's your pleasure?
What's your pleasure?
Look who I bumped into.
He just bumped into Helen.
And I bumped into Big.
Just bumped into Morales.
I bumped into Ken Caswell.
And I bumped into you.
You bumped into me.
Guess who I bumped into? Owen.
Ah. You bumped into Morris Chestnut.
Guess who I bumped into today?
Just a hunch. Just a hunch.
A hunch.
My hunch.
That's my hunch.
That's my hunch.
Just a hunch.
No, my hunch.
Sorry to barge in.
Sorry to barge in.
Hey. Sorry to barge in.
Well, sorry to barge in. The twins.
Sorry to barge in, boss.
Carl barge in. Hey.
Sorry to barge in like this, but...
Sorry to barge in like this, but...
Sorry to barge in like this.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I wouldn't mention the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
The bigger they are.
The bigger they are, babe, the harder they fall on you.
Needle. Thread the needle.
Thread the needle!
Let's thread this needle.
Thread the needle. Turn us.
I'm gonna thread the needle.
That's much easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done? Easier said than done, honey.
That's easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
Well, good riddance, Sim. So that's done and dusted there.
And ISIS is done and dusted in 6 weeks.
But we had a deal. All done and dusted.
I think so. Dinner's done and dusted without incident.
Negative, Sanj. It's neither done nor dusted.
It's easy as pie. In and out, all done and dusted.
I am fuming. And I'll...
I want you to know I am fuming.
Fuming about my income taxes?
President still fuming. And state still fuming about the trade office screw-up at the G8.
like putty in my hands.
Oh, I am like putty in your hand.
Putty in her hands.
Young kid like you must have been putty in his hands.
I'm putty in your hands.
To be putty in my hands.
She'll be putty in your hands.
I was not putty in his hands.
In my hands, nothing turns to putty.
Dig in.
Dig in.
Dig in.
Dig in.
Dig in.
Dig in.
Dig in!
Dig in.
Dig in.
Dig in.
Dig in!
Act of God.
Act of God.
And what's an act of God?
An act of God.
Excuse me. Call it an act of God.
What incident?
It's an act of God. It's an act of God. It's an act of God, Bobbity.
This was an act of God.
Whining.
Stop whining.
Stop whining!
Stop whining.
I'm not whining.
Now stop whining.
My patience is wearing thin. Oh.
My patience is wearing thin.
My patience is wearing thin, Ambassador.
We are still waiting on your Duke. My patience is wearing thin.
With all due respect, sir, our president's patience is wearing thin.
Mr. Appleton, the committee's patience is wearing thin.
Yes. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Fall far from the tree, Gary.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh, Applejack?
Well, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
I just figured the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Hey, you're my rock.
You are my rock, Stan.
My rock.
It's my rock.
I'm your rock.
You're my rock.
Claire's my rock.
My rock.
You're my rock, right? Can you be my rock?